Here are my 10 best practices for lead generation for your business. Number one, identify and understand your target audience. It's important for you to sit down and think who that ideal customer profile is. And this can come from a lot of different places. If you're an entrepreneur or you're an early stage business, or you've even operated for a little bit of time, you've probably gone into the market with some idea of a problem that you're solving and who specifically you can help. That's a great place to do that. Go ahead and write that down. Be as descriptive as you can to really script out who is that ideal customer profile. Who are they? What are they doing? What's their role? What's their title? Those sorts of things. The best exercise that I have for this is to literally have a person focus on who that persona might be, and then ask your question. You can even do this with ChatGPT. I do it all the time. Is you tell ChatGPT, I want you to be a marketing director for a retail mortgage company. What are their pain points? What are their main fears, personal and professional? And then what are some claims that I can make that will give them confidence that I can solve their pain and I can take out their fears? And that makes a really excellent way to completely shape that ideal customer profile. Number two, create high quality, relevant content. Regardless of what your marketing strategy is, you need to create that internet rabbit hole. We've all been down it, right? One little piece of content or something, and then you get interested in who that is or maybe what that company is. And then you start looking for more material about them or about that product or about that service. And if they don't have anything else, that's the only piece of content that they have, then you're stuck and you're probably not going to do anything more. But if they give you 3 or 4 or 5 other things and you keep going deeper and deeper, all of a sudden they become the expert in your mind, and everything that you're thinking about around that topic or in solving that problem or getting rid of that pain point or overcoming that fear is all shaped by my content. Right? So it's really important that you are creating some high quality, relevant content. This probably goes alongside of an SEO strategy, but even if it's just creating content for LinkedIn, creating videos for LinkedIn, creating videos for YouTube, doing a blog post occasionally, give them some content so that they have a rabbit hole to go down. Number 3, leverage SEO for organic reach. So we just talked about content. Marrying this with SEO essentially allows you to create a distribution channel. When you're using SEO techniques, you're looking at keywords. And by looking at that keyword research inside of an SEO tool, essentially what you're looking at is Google's telling you what has the most searches, right? And so that's going to allow you to have a distribution channel. So if you write a topic about just some random thing you heard on a sales call, and you take that keyword or you take that topic and you put in an SEO tool and no one searches for it, then guess what? That means no one will ever find that piece of content, particularly in the context of a search, which is how most buyers go about buying things, right? But if you come up with a keyword or a topic or something that you've heard, and you actually do that search in a keyword tool, and it says, hey, there's 300 people, maybe 1,000 people a month that actually do that search or look for that keyword, then that has built-in distribution. So when you publish that article and Google ultimately helps it to rank, then all of those searches become a distribution, a discovery channel for that content. They're going to come to your website, and then hopefully we're going to turn them into a lead. Number 4, we want to optimize your website for conversion. So we talked about how we can get people to the website, but if you get them to the website, and there's no way for them to contact you or to engage with you to go to the next step, then all of that effort is for naught, right? So we always want to be focused on taking that visitor and guiding them into a conversion. And that conversion usually means one of 2 things. Either going to guide them into a form, which usually requires a call to action. You say, hey, if you fill out this form or you schedule an appointment with me, or we can also do this with phone numbers and phone calls. If you call this number, then we can take the next step, which is maybe a discovery call, or maybe I'll show you a demo, or maybe we'll talk through your financial situation. Again, optimizing that website for conversion. So what does that mean? We want to have a call to action. We want to tell them, hey, now that you've got this information, here's your next step and I can help you with it. And here's the benefits of doing that next step. And then guiding them with design or user experience to that link, to that form, to that phone number so that they can schedule an appointment or they can take the next step to engage and buy from you. Number 5, we want to utilize social media to engage and track leads. This is something that we often think about social media, but we really don't know how to do it. I'm surprised how many founders, entrepreneurs, even seasoned business people that are going consumer direct for the first time don't really understand how social media works. So here's the fact of the matter. You are probably already consuming social media. There's a favorite channel, like you scroll through LinkedIn. You like to look at Twitter. You spend a lot of time looking at YouTube to figure things out when you're building things or going through shorts, or maybe you're doing Instagram reels and those sorts of things, maybe even TikTok, or you, again, are using these platforms yourself. Pay more attention to what you're actually consuming, what you like to consume, the channels that you're most comfortable in, and then start to first participate. So just start to interact with the things that you like, maybe commenting under them, making, again, some sort of liking them and commenting, participating in that discussion, which will, again, make you more comfortable with the platform. And then start participating by actually putting content into that social media platform and just show your expertise. We always know, no matter where you are on your journey, you always know a little bit more than a few people behind you. And that's really what you're trying to achieve. So as you're learning things, or maybe you've been doing this for a while, as you have experience, just simply package that experience up in short little versions. Maybe it's video, maybe it's text, and put that out into that social media. And all of a sudden, you'll start to attract leads through that thing. So first step, start paying attention to what's actually happening in the social media that you enjoy so much. Start to participate, and then start to contribute, and then the leads will come. Number 6, implement lead magnets. Now, this is a little bit of a marketing term, but it makes sense, right? For a visitor to become a lead, so to engage with you, to give you some contact information or to make a phone call, you may entice them, right? You want to create a magnet. You want to give them something of value up front. The good thing about the internet and your website, probably once you brought them to the website, there's a good chance that those people are actually doing some research ahead of being comfortable actually talking to a salesperson. So you want to fill that gap. This can be as simple as writing in Google Docs and creating a written document, saving it as a PDF, maybe creating a slide deck and saving it as a PDF, like a little ebook. So you can keep this really simple, but all you do, the call to action here is, hey, if you want this complete guide to how to buy your first home, then go ahead and give me your email information and maybe a little additional information. I think you shouldn't be shy about asking maybe more than just email. Ask some information, and I'm going to send you this guide. I think it's really important to send it via email. If you're going to capture the email, make it understandable why you asked for the email. And that way, that's why you're actually sending it to them through email. The other nice thing from a lead generation standpoint, once you've sent them an email and they've accepted that and downloaded that content, you're essentially whitelisted. So that will help get your sort of email contact strategy with them started in a good way. Number 7, now that we've got some emails, we want to use that email marketing tactic effectively. So what are we talking about here? We've got an email list. Maybe you're accumulating them through lead magnets. Maybe you're actually producing some leads and you're putting those leads on an email list. The next thing you want to do is constantly keep in communication with them, providing things of value. So I think newsletters are the best thing. Create something that you do on a consistent basis. Maybe it's you, maybe it's somebody you hire, but ultimately every couple of weeks, even as frequently as a week is usually okay. I want to intentionally write a newsletter that tells my audience that I'm building, this email list that I'm building, what's going on in the market, the things that I, as an expert, would tell my best clients, give them a little advantage in the market. And then never forget, again, call to action. Let them know that if they want to take the next steps, I'm the one who can help them and tell them how to do that. Again, maybe push them into that lead form again. Believe it or not, they'll fill it out again, or give them a phone number to call so that they can reach out to you, or again, reply to that email. But use that email marketing as a remarketing channel and as a nurturing channel, and keep all of those contacts inside of your CRM nice and fresh. Number 8, this is one most people completely neglect, but it can be very powerful, and that is to track and analyze performance. So we've talked about a lot of different things. We've talked about a website. We've talked about SEO and content. We've talked a little bit about advertising, Google and PPC. We've talked about email. We should be tracking all of that and be able to see what's contributing the most to my sales and marketing effort and ultimately my revenue. That can really be done very simply with Google Analytics. Just put it on your website. Hopefully you're driving everything to your website anyway. You could track that behavior. Google Analytics makes it really simple to look at that. You can get more advanced later, but the most important thing is, one, have something that will allow you to do analytics, Google Analytics, and then look at it occasionally to see what's happening there and get a sense of what's working and what's not. And then, of course, you're going to make adjustments from there. Number 9, collaborate with sales teams. That may be you, and that may be a separate team. So whatever that means, you want to take that sales process, those engagements that they're having, those conversations, those discussions, those situations, the feedback that the sales team is getting from actually talking to the leads, and have that be a collaborative process. It's amazing what salespeople can tell you about the conversations they're having that can spark ideas that will improve your marketing. So that may be building a better lead magnet, filling a gap, going after a different keyword or a different type of visitor that might be more productive, maybe eliminating certain types of marketing that you're doing that's producing not the best of leads, right? So that constant communication with sales team, people that are actually talking to the people that you're trying to market to, can be invaluable to you as a marketer in your lead generation practice. And number 10, second only to tracking and analyzing performance, the most neglected thing is to test and optimize continuously. Just because you put something out into the market, you think you're the greatest marketer in the world, you think you've got lead generation nailed, you've been doing it for years, you are invariably wrong. Even after doing this for 20 years, my gut is often wrong about my initial marketing campaign, lead generation strategy. If I'm trying a different type of campaign, that campaign usually is suboptimal out of the gate. So we want to take in our feedback loops. We want to constantly have a mode and a mindset where we're going to be testing something. We put something a little bit different into a new campaign and test it alongside of what we already have a baseline for. It doesn't even have to, we may not even know whether it's working very well, but at least we have a baseline and see if it does better or worse. And then that can be an iterative process to getting something locked in that works really well. And even the best of campaigns that you think set it and forget it, we're like, optimized, something in the future will change and will hurt that campaign. So it has to be an ongoing process. Lead generation is the lifeblood of most of our businesses. So if you've enjoyed this content, you've been here with me this long, I would love for you to like and subscribe to the channel because we get more in depth around topics like this, topics that oftentimes we think we know a lot about, but maybe we haven't thought deeply enough or we just don't have enough experience yet. So we're hoping to continue to bring that. When you like and subscribe, it helps us to grow as a channel and be able to bring you more of this content. If you want to have a deeper discussion or maybe even engage with the experts at Kaleidico, just head on over to kaleidico.com and we can set up a discovery session and talk more about your specific business needs in lead generation.